the end of our trip. We talked about, like, are we coming back to the show next time? Like, it was that mode. It was middle of our most packed day. Like,
because it was like
we knew. I don't think we had eaten
probably
yet.
Not. We knew.
We ate at that place
we knew it was a great device, and we were really happy that it was way better than the one that they had released. But the HP was all we were really worried about, and we were all ready to go home.
Yeah. And it was like we got hands on, and I was like, okay, this confirms it is better than what they've done. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll get it in the office soon.
Yeah. So you might have seen the ASUS, gosh, I'm going to blank on the name.
Sure.
The first gaming.
So ASUS Vibe CX55.
55. Well, I was not thinking 5601. That was the
5601's a 16 inch.
That was the big one.
Yeah.
So we did that video and then went out to Vegas and got to see.
We did 2 videos back to back. So their gaming Chromebook we did, and then we did the 5601 both, and it was like kind of poo-pooed on both of them.
Right, and
for good reason.
I mean,
deserved
we
it.
have to share our opinions when they're good and when they're bad.
And it's great fun to do that and then go talk to your rep.
Yeah, they were like,
and they're like, yeah, we heard.
Well, and like, but it also, because we had been candid in that video, in those videos, we were able to be like, so like, what's the deal? You know, like, it wasn't like we had to like.
And it was good that they weren't trying to. They're like, that's exactly what we did. We rehashed the CM5 or whatever it was because it's what we had. And we needed.
And they wanted to be a part of the announcement.
Laying around.
Yeah, they wanted to be a part of the announcement when Google announced cloud gaming is here, and here are some devices that are specific built for cloud gaming.
Right.
And I get it. It's fine. But it just didn't, like, that's not a device that we would recommend anyone really go buy. No. So we see the CX34 at the Vibe. I'm going to blank on the whole name.
So
Vibe CX34 Flip.
Yep.
And
it's a terrible name.
Yeah.
For a
we'll
great
just
Chromebook.
call it the Vibe CX34.
Yeah.
CX34. And so we saw this thing in Vegas, and we were just tired.
He likes to name things.
It was rough. And then we got it in the office. And did you open it before the unboxing? Be honest.
No.
I don't think you did, because I thought that was one we were like, all right, I'm actually cutting this.
I'm cutting this one open because I'm like, hey, we've already done a hands-on.
Every now and then we will open a device just to make sure everything's there.
If it's a device we've been waiting on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you
I'm not waiting for the camera.
You specifically saying that. You saying no.
And also, like, we are unboxing it for you, but we want to make an unboxing that's, knowledgeable and informative. Yeah. Right. Not just... Not a true live unboxing.
And so a lot of times, if I've opened it, I'll just open it and look at it, and obviously make sure it powers on.
Right.
So that would be set up a whole shot.
You waste
a video,
and
it's like,
but it's not like you're sitting there really. You're not checking the keyboard. You're not really doing all this other stuff. Like, you do save that stuff for the unboxing.
Like, okay, it's good, and put it away. And even if I do form any sort of opinion, I'll also reform them on camera.
Sure.
And I'm not gonna be like, oh, I thought this about it when I opened it earlier, but I'm gonna get on camera and make up a new thing. Like, it's gonna be the same reaction, but I got to do it for the camera.
And so unboxing this one, you just have to. I mean, obviously we'll link it in the show notes and everything, but in the video, Robbie's like getting more and more excited about this device as you're talking about it.
Because I just kind of, I don't know, I literally slept on that one a little bit at CES. Just a lot going on.
No, like, he actually took a nap on it.
Yeah.
He used it
as
it's white.
Yeah, it was on a wall shelf back behind where the counter where like the rep was standing. It wasn't like it was in this area where we could really do some good hands-on. It was loud. There wasn't a lot of place to mess with it.
There was that 3D
Yeah,
laptop.
there was.
Yeah, Michael Fisher was over there with a mask on, and that was just weird stuff happening, man.
It was
that 3D Ace. We talked about it in one of the other podcasts. Pro Screen Pro
Max,
yeah,
Ultra,
3D.
But the 3D, this glasses free 3D was astonishing.
Yes. It was wild. That was one of the coolest things I saw.
Like, you haven't seen it, Google
things. It's Bizarro Town. Hopefully they'll put that thing in a Best Buy so people.
I
can
wanted
see
to film it and put it on Instagram and Shorts.
There's no way to do that.
But I couldn't. I tried. I tried getting some shots, and I was like, nope, couldn't do it. But that's why they made that mask for Fisher so that he could put his camera lens.
Yeah, because it tracks.
It's on the eyes. Yeah.
Thing too. But even on his video, it just still it's 2D.
It still doesn't look.
You're only capturing pixels in 2 dimensions. So, but yeah, so that all of those factors played into the fact that it was like, oh, here it is. It's here. It doesn't suck. So that was enough for CES. Like, I just wanted to make sure this thing wasn't terrible. And then it came in, and instead of just like not being terrible, it's actually insanely good. I worked from it yesterday. all day.
Is that the one you brought to lunch today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like I don't use a stylus that often, but to know it's there, awesome. I think most if stylus input is going to be part of the Chromebook story. Like if you got room for a stylus, just put one in.
Put it in, yeah.
Like all these companies have made a little stylus that they can just regurgitate it, put the different end on it so it slips in and fits. And so I love that part of it. It's not like super dainty or thin. It's just not, but it's also not like grossly oversized. It's comfortable to hold. I love the finish of it. It's almost like a chalky kind of matte finish. Like it's got a grip to it. I like that. The keyframe feels great on it. Typed quite a bit on it yesterday. The display is 400 nits. Stands up outside. I was at Topgolf. I was getting my car worked on, and we Ubered over to Topgolf to wait out the time, and I was sitting in we're in 303, so we're all the way on the end where it's all glass backed.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I mean, there's just tons of light everywhere. And I'm sitting up at the little bar just going to town. No big deal. 400.
400, okay.
Yeah, 400 net. And
good on them.
And it's smart like Lenovo. It cranks the hertz refresh down to 60 when it's not plugged in. So I didn't get to look at that 144 all day, but for good reason. Like it keeps the battery from dying. I worked on it and had it open most of the day yesterday, and like it sat there like a champ. I'd just put lock on and go hit some golf balls and then come back and unlock it. So I mean, I wasn't babying it at all, and I think I opened it up to take to lunch today. It had 60% on it. So I'm like,
it's impressive.
It was doing well. I had it open for 3 solid hours at Topgolf, and then at the little Tesla place, I typed and worked on that article. I think it was like an solid hour there too. So I mean, it did really well, and I obviously had to have the display cranked up the entire time. So all that stuff's awesome. The speakers do sound really good. Like it was dead silent in the waiting room at Tesla. Dead silent, no sound. And so when we first got there were 2 people sitting there, and that was super awkward to sit 4 people in a room with no sound, like dead silent.
I would have turned some music on.
Yeah.
So when we got back over there, it was just me and my wife, and so we were sitting down. And I was like, I can't sit here and write like this, and so I just turned on a little Spotify chill mix, and the speakers are so good in it that it was pleasant to sit and listen to it on there. The trackpad's great, and the screen's awesome, and it's obviously super fast. It's a 12th gen i5, and what's the RAM? Is it 8?
It's 8256.
Yeah, I mean it's
that's the lesser version, right?
Yeah,
the one that we got. Yeah,
we might have gotten the 16512. Oh, we did. We got the 16512.
Yeah.
Because there's that one's 869, 769.
But they're both i5s, right?
Yeah,
that's the only.
769 for the Core i5 8256.
I would recommend the beefier one if you're
going to go
thinking about buying one.
770, spend 880.
Yeah,
or 870.
That amount of money for double RAM and double storage is about standard for industry. It's totally worth it.
And you're getting that extra, that headroom for Steam gaming if you want to do that in the future.
Photo editing, video editing.
Yeah.
All that
Chrome and 8 gigs of RAM is really nice. Chrome and 16 gigs of RAM is
it's
real nice.
It's getting shoushy.
So yeah, I mean, like I don't know. I guess. Oh, and it's got an RGB keyboard too. If you want to mess with that. I still think the HP is going to have the best looking RGB keyboard.
It looks
like,
so
it's
sweet.
So like
man.
Rainbow Road looking versus all the rest of them. My color deficiency. I have a hard time seeing all the colors in it. I'm just kind of like, so I end up just putting them on white normally because I can't really see it anyway. Or doing like a blue, like a real deep blue is always nice on it. Like I can see that really well.
Yeah.
But the reds and the greens just get lost on the keyboards. But the HP, I could see all the the whole rainbow of colors. I'm like, oh, it looks pretty sweet.
Especially
on the white one.
against that. Were the keys gray or white?
They were white. I'm pretty sure it was all white.
Man, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, but I don't want to get off track. Like, obviously, we're kind of gaga about the HP, but
can't wait.
And it's funny, like in lieu of that, a lot of times, ASUS tripped and fell in the shadow of the Samsung Galaxy Chromebook in 2020. So when that came out, same thing happened. 2 big Chromebooks get announced. The ASUS should have been awesome. Like it was thinner, it was lighter, it was all this kind of stuff, and had all this tech going, and it just was a dud. Yeah. It was a real dud, and it felt like that year felt like what last year felt like. Where they just kind of got lost in the shuffle. And the year prior to that for ASUS, they had the CX5 and CX9 came out, and it's like, oh, like ASUS is back, and we made a video about it, and then it's like, no, they're not back, and it feels like the CX30 or 34 is probably not enough to be like, oh, ASUS is back in the game, but this is a good step forward, and it takes a lot of what they got right with the CX5 and the CM5, and just I feel like hones it a lot more. Like this feels like there were just parts of the CX5 that were like, this is good, but it's not the best. Like that. This is a great Chromebook. I can already tell you it will get reviewed very favorably. Like it's an excellent experience using it so far.
So is the bottom metal? Is there any metal
plastic.
on it?
The lid is
lid's metal.
Which is pretty.
They've done such a great job. And they did this with the CX5 too, like of matching the texture and the feel. And then using good plastic.
Yeah.
Like you can use good plastic and frame it up properly on the inside, maybe with some extra railing and stuff like that to make it not, wiggly and moving. Like it's super sturdy. Like you pick it up with one hand from the corner, it's fine. Like it doesn't feel like it's creaking and moving and bending and shifting and all that stuff. And so, yeah, the top is aluminum and the bottom is plastic, but unless I pointed it out to you, you're not immediately going to sense that.
Yeah.
And for a lot of Chromebooks, you open the lid and you just sense it. You feel it's top heavy. This feels firm and cool to the touch, and this feels sloppy and bendy at the bottom. And this is not that way. It's firm throughout. Well built. It's just been a pleasure to use so far.
So where I remember it becoming available when we were actually Gabe writing the article that it was available when we were in CES.
They were like, I think it's ready now.
I think it's actually out.
Yeah, so
where is it now?
Amazon and ASUS, as far as I know.
Okay.
Didn't BH Photo have it?
Oh yeah, BH Photo.
Can you get both models at everywhere, or is it?
So Amazon has
three places.
Amazon.
We have it on Chrome Shop. All three are on there. There's one other place that's got it.
Amazon BH.
Oh, Amazon
ASUS.
BH and ASUS.
Yeah. So Amazon has they might have the bigger one now, but they had the i5 8.
Yeah, I think they and B&H both have that.
ASUS is the only place I know that has the bigger one. Okay. I'm shocked because Best Buy had the ASUS and the Acer when they first came out. The other Acer, ASUS. I can't believe Best Buy
is hit and miss with Best Buy.
But that gaming, Best Buy now has a cloud gaming Chromebook category. Yeah. I cannot believe that device is not there. So,
my guess is they probably signed licensing things with companies that say you can have this for a month or whatever.
But yeah, it was on Amazon the day we saw it, or the day
it was pre-order at B&H the same day. So, but it's available,
pretty widely available.
It can go. You can get it.
Yeah, obviously we're going to do a full review of this device, but sounds like you're recommending it. If somebody's into this device, if they're thinking about getting it.
So far, like I've literally not come across anything with the device. Unless you're just looking for the most like svelte and sleek and light, because it's like 3.7 pounds or something.
Yeah,
so it's not.
I carried it back from the meeting
not
today.
Dainty. It's not like gross and oversized. It's not dainty. Yeah. It's not trying to be the slimmest, sleekest thing ever. It's just well made. And what's funny is like with a chassis like that, you can get away with it a little bit more because it's white, and so it has like there's a flair about it that you don't get with a lot of laptops.
Yeah, right.
If that was a black laptop or like a dark charcoal colored laptop,
it would feel incredible.
You'd be like, oh, that's chunky.
Incredibly industrial is exactly what it was.
So it's funny what you can get away with. It's just a little color change, and that's probably why they did that, I would think. It just gives it a little bit of flair, again, without going overboard. Like, we'll see gaming Chromebooks probably eventually, with more gaming flair to them. But so far, they've all been like so tame that
you could take them to work.
Yeah, you turn off the RGB keyboard, like nobody else is going to know anything. Yeah. And let's not forget the Pixelbook, which is one of everyone's favorites over time. Like it's an all white device. Like white laptops are kind of sweet looking. Yeah, like I'm going for the white HP
for sure.
I mean, it's just cool looking. I have nothing really bad to say about that device yet, and hopefully I won't by the time the review comes out.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Chromecast podcast. This is just a little segment of the full show. If you want to watch the whole thing, it's down in the show notes or in the description. or yeah, I guess it would just be description.
Probably
You're watching on
it's
YouTube.
down there
Just
somewhere.
down there. Just go look for a link that says full episode. You'll find it. But if you like this content, make sure to give us a thumbs up. Go down there and click subscribe, and make sure to click the notification bell over on the right side so that you get an alert when we put out future clips just like this one. But that's it for this one. We'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.